Hi guys, Tracyn here from Create with Paint. I'm pretty excited. I've got my first attempt that I'm getting ready to try for paint pouring. So I'm using a packet that I got from Hobby Lobby. I've actually had it for a while. You know how we crafters are. We have all kinds of things that we're holding on to till the right time. So I just got it out and getting ready to give it a try. So I will be posting a video actually showing the whole process. Wish me luck. Hi guys, okay, Tracyn here from Create with Paint, ready to get started on this paint pouring technique. I've never tried it. I don't know if any of you guys have. If you have, please leave your comments below and even show me some pictures of things that you have done. I think it's really a cool technique. So here we go. Like I've said before, I have had this for quite a while from Hobby Lobby. I got it in a kit and I decided to give it a try, and I'm going to also incorporate some other things with this. So let's get going. First, I'm putting on the gloves. I've already looked through the instructions a little bit here. The kit comes with a set of gloves. It comes with one canvas. I believe this is a 8x10. Oh, excuse me. And then it comes with quite a few little cups, as you can see here. And we're going to put the individual ones into this and then put it into a bigger cup here. Comes with quite a few different colors also, and a piece of plastic for any mess. Okay, I think I've got it pretty well covered on my work area. This is something that gets pretty messy. Just going to open up my canvas here. I don't know about you, but I like doing new things. It's a little nerve-wracking because I tend to be a perfectionist and I have to kind of let go of that. So let's just see how it goes. Maybe we'll be surprised. Okay, I think I'm gonna do just 3 colors to start out with. So I'm gonna set my canvas over to the side. I'm gonna put the 3 cups here. I'm trying to keep this in the camera angle. This is the first video that I've done with overhead, so I'm trying to make sure I get it right for you guys. There we go. All right, I think I'm going to shake up my paint. I think I'm going to do, so sorry about that. Trying to find you here. Okay, blue. Put a little of that in the first one. And then I think I'm going to do this turquoise, like a Tiffany blue. We all love that color. Again, I don't know if I'm using enough paint. I don't know if I'm doing a lot of the things, but we shall see. Okay, and now I think I'm going to do, well, let's do a yellow since it's summertime. I'm going to do a bright yellow. Okay, we have the 3 colors. Now, in our book that it comes with, it says that we add the Cell Magic. Cell Magic. It says Cell Magic is what helps create the color bloom when the paint is poured. Add 3 to 4 drops of the Cell Magic to each of the colors to stir in lightly with the stick. Okay, so I think I'm going to do just 3. And it also came with these little popsicle sticks. Okay, I'm shaking it up, taking the tip off. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was a little more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see how that does. Okay, now I'm just going to give it a little stir. I don't know if I used enough in these cups as far as the paint either. Trial and error, right? That's how we learn. Okay. Now it says to pour them. I know that I didn't use enough in these because I don't have enough to pour. So back to the drawing board, guys. Okay, I'm going to add more yellow. There we go. That's more like it. I was doing way too much of a little amount. I'm of the mind of no waste. So I'm trying to do this where I'll waste as little as possible, and I don't think that this is what this craft is about. It's about mess and waste, seems like. Okay, I have enough of the additive in it. I just stuck the wrong thing in there. Oh, that's what I just did. See, trial and error, guys. It's real. Okay, that's okay. I'm still going to do a little bit more of that. I think it's okay to have a little bit less of the blue because it's the darkest color. And that's another thing that it says on this. It says to do the lightest color on the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to pour this on the bottom first. Okay, you see that? See the yellow in there? Then I'm going to do the green. I'm not stirring it up. I'm just kind of just putting it in there. Now I'm going to do, see the green in there? Now I'm going to do the blue. I say green, turquoise. Okay, guys, now this will be the moment of truth. It also says to take 4 cups. I'm going to set this to the side. 4 cups to use as risers so it can drip down the side. This is a very messy project. Well, I guess if you have everything set up, it's not too bad, but okay. It's not fully in the picture, but it's enough where I think you guys can get the idea. And then I'll post pictures also. Okay, the moment of truth. You ready? Let's see. Ooh, that's pretty. And then I guess you just kind of do it from side to side. My plan for this is to do a summary picture. Since summer is upon us, we're here in Florida, so I don't know where you live, but our springtime is over. It's been over for a while. Ooh, that's pretty. What do you guys think? I definitely should have used a lot more paint. A lot more paint. So that's one thing that I've learned with this is you can't be stingy with the paint because it doesn't work that way. I have a friend of mine that has been doing beautiful, beautiful paint pouring projects. Just going to kind of lean it forward here for a second. And the wonderful thing about these paint pouring projects is it shows a different picture to everybody that looks at it. What's funny though is she loves the ocean so much, and a lot of her paint pouring projects really reflect that. I like how it's turning out though. What do you guys think about that? I am going to start doing some lives so we can do things together. Honestly though, and I know a lot of you can probably relate, we have little dogs, and if they hear the slightest thing, they start barking. I'm really surprised they haven't started barking yet. All right, I think I'm going to leave this the way that it is because I don't want to thin it out too much. And then I think I'm just going to get creative and paint in some of the points that need to be. So we'll kind of take a mishap and make it into something completed. So what do you guys think? All right, I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'm gonna go back in and do some other things to it. And we'll see how that turns out. Okay, all right, thanks for taking the time to watch this, and I don't think it went too bad as a first attempt. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Okay guys, part 2 of the paint pouring. Okay, as you can see, it didn't get close to the edges because I did not use enough paint, but that's okay. Let's try. I'm going to take my brush here. It's a thicker brush. I'm just going to kind of just feather it out. Yeah. Do more of like some swirls instead of straight. Hey, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? The swirls in the paint pouring, though, I love that. I think it's beautiful. I don't want to get into too much of that because I don't want to take that away from this. Out of frame a little bit here. I'm just really trying to fill in the white at this point. Like I said, just lightly feathering. Not doing too heavy of strokes, just trying to drag it through. Maybe we'll even take a little of the yellow and kind of go through it a little bit. And even some of the white peeking through, I really don't mind that either. Let's see. Let's try a little bitty brush. Let's see what happens with that. Let's try it. The whole point of these is to have a lot of movement into the picture. Like I said, again, I don't want to mess with the main body of it because it's so beautiful. I do want to try to bring a little bit of yellow through over here though. Reminds me of sunshine in the summer, in the water. I don't know, guys, I kind of like it. Okay, guys, here's the finished product. It's really, really pretty. I don't know if you can see a little bit of the light and the movement on it. And then I just took paint lightly with my paintbrush and just kind of just went around the edges. So I'm gonna let this dry, and then I think I'm gonna do stencil some wording on right here. I think I've decided that. I'm just gonna let it dry a little bit more. So I hope you enjoy my first attempt at paint pouring. Okay guys, I couldn't leave it alone the way it was. It was driving me crazy. So I went ahead and mixed up some more paint and did a pouring again, which I really, really love. It's got all kinds of beautiful textures. It's really pretty. But now it's kind of weird because I feel like, I don't know, what is this? Is that like a giant raccoon, a mouse person? It's weird. What do you think? Do you see it? This is what I mean by abstract art and everybody sees something different. But that popped out at me and I just thought it was kind of weird. I don't know. What do you think?